Not quite sure how far down the list I had to go to get to me, but I'm excited to be up here. I'd like to thank Mimi for putting this on. This is always a fun event. Can you guys hear me? We good? Okay. And congratulate the athletes. It's always hard work to make sure you're keeping up with your studies as your seasons are going on. So it's a tribute to you guys all in this room. So congratulations to you. Deb, I'm not sure why they only gave you 5 minutes. I have like 35, so we totally could have shared. Plenty of time for you. But I didn't even tell my team I was speaking. I wanted to make sure they showed up. So I wanted to make sure they weren't going to give me any trouble. Just wanted to come up here and say a few words. But I promise some of this will be new. You guys haven't heard everything that I've said, or will say. And I hope there's something that resonates with everyone, and just something you can put to use as you go forward. But in preparing for today, it was hard to try to narrow things down and which way I wanted to go. What has athletics taught you? Pretty much everything. So it's hard to really narrow it down. But for the most part, I found a quote by Henry David Thoreau that I thought was fitting for today. When you achieve your dreams, it's not so much what you get as who you've become in achieving them. And for me, it's a lot of what we do is more about who we are than actually what we're getting. And we're all trying to achieve our dreams. And as Deb said, a lot of you have been asked, what do you want to do when you graduate? I think the real question should be, who do you want to be? What do you want to do is one thing, but who do you want to be? And are you doing the things that it takes to be that person? You don't think about that necessarily when you're 18, 19 years old, but this is an opportunity for everybody to really become a better person, become the person you want, and to use athletics as your vehicle to do that. But a lot of times, those things are hard to differentiate, who you are and what you do. And for athletes, I was one of those a long time ago, an athlete trying to figure out what I wanted to do. And it's easy to lose sight of yourself because when you have a good game, and especially for you guys, social media is blowing up, your phone's ringing off the hook, people are congratulating you, you're getting a ton of attention. And that attention it's addicting. You want that attention. And it's easy to try to do those things again and again, and maybe you start cutting corners just to get that attention. But it doesn't mean you're a good person. And it doesn't mean you're becoming who you should be or who you want to be. And vice versa. We had a tough day yesterday. There's no hiding it. We had a tough day. And my phone was pretty quiet. I sat home, there's a lot of crickets. I sat home, I was waiting for that phone to ring, but there wasn't much going on there. So, a lot of thoughts last night in my own head. But it took me a long time to realize my value wasn't in how our team has done. It wasn't in how I played. It's in my actions, my beliefs, what I stand for, who I am, and who I want to be. And as soon as I started to, really understand that, I started to feel a little more control over what I was doing, how successful I could be. So it's important to be present, right? It's important to be in the moment. I'm sure a lot of you are, checking your phones, out there wondering, hope this doesn't take too long. I've got practice coming up. Wonder what dinner's going to be, right? But it's important to be present in the moment. It's important to bring energy every time you get to practice, every time you get to a classroom. It's important to have integrity. It's important to work as hard as you can. And those are choices that you can make. And they're choices that we hope you do make. And it's about making that choice when things are tough. It's about making that choice when you don't feel good. It's about making that choice when you know it's going to be a hard practice or you know it's going to be a hard exam. And it's about, just deciding, I'm going to get this done. And so when you start to have control over those things or feel some control over those things, you start to focus less on the results. You start to focus more on the process. We are really big into what the process is to being successful on the court, off the court, whatever we choose to do. We talk about the process all the time. I bet my team is sick of the word process, right? They probably don't ever want to hear it again, but it's what we do to be successful. It's our focus. It's how we can control what we're working on. It's how we can control if we're going to play well or not. And it's something that we can focus on at the end of the day to say, yeah, we can live with that result. We gave everything we had. We worked our process, and we're okay with the result that occurred. 2 years ago, I mean, many of you guys might know this, I'm not sure, but 2 years ago we won 4 conference games. We were 4-18 in conference. Not fun. Guys, tough. It was a hard, difficult year. And we sit today with back-to-back 20-win seasons and 2 North Division championships. And I don't say that to get patted on the back. I say that because the process works. Because if you focus on the process and not the results, you will get results. And so when we stopped talking about winning, we started winning. And when we started talking about what it would take for us to do that, is when things started to turn in our favor. And I give a lot of credit to 4 people here, Emily, Caitlin, Abby, and Grace. They were the only 4 on this roster that were here when we won 4 games. And they decided that's not who we were going to be. And that's not what our program was going to be about. And they decided they were going to put a lot of work in. And they were going to put the work in to make sure that whoever else we brought in to be a part of this program was going to understand what had to happen for us to be successful. And that includes the classroom. We have no kids that need to be in study hall, but every one of our kids is in study hall. No one complains, everyone goes, they do their work. And I know I'm talking to a group of people that probably don't have study hall either, because obviously we're in an academic banquet, but at the same time, it's all part of the process. And when you can do the things, on the court and off the court to be successful, you see it, right? All of you guys have had success at some point or another, but we asked our kids yesterday who's won a championship outside of this team, and no one had raised their hand. So it's pretty special when you see the process taking hold, and just seeing it happen on and off the court. I think it's easy to get caught up in, I talk to a lot of my coaching friends and have a lot of former players, and every time I ask them, like, what are you doing now? What do you want to do? Where do you want to go? What are you trying to get done? They're like, we want to make money. Well, yeah, of course, everyone wants to make money, but, that's an outcome. That's sometimes something you can't control. That's sometimes something you start chasing. You chase a championship. You chase an outcome. You chase money. You miss the big picture. You miss, you miss the growth period because you're always leaving. You miss the fun times of seeing all your hard work pay off. You miss, you really just miss the grind. You just miss the picture of it's not supposed to be easy, and it's not always going to be easy. And when you stick around and you stop chasing things, good things happen. I was an assistant for 7 years. I made $20,000 a year. My first couple years, I made $5,000, and I had former players that were starting to become assistants in our conference that were making twice as much as me. It would have been very easy for me to leave and just feel that I should be making more and doing more. At the same time, if I'd have done that, majority of what I teach today and what I coach today, I'd have totally missed. We won, 3 straight conference championships and conference tournaments. We went to 5 straight NCAA appearances, and I would have missed all of that success, but everything that goes with that. And we did the same thing there. We turned the program around, from nothing to being winners. And it's a crazy process. And if you start chasing things, you start chasing outcomes, you're really going to miss all the good times and the enjoyment that success brings you. And part of the danger of that is you start to lose yourself. You chase an outcome, you start to lose who you are, and you're never enough. You chase money, it's never going to be enough. So I really just want to encourage you to find something you love to do. And when you do that, embrace the process. Embrace the fact that you might get an outcome initially you didn't want or expect, and that when adversity strikes, you've built a foundation deep enough within yourself to handle that adversity, that you can take that outcome that wasn't perfect, and you can make changes and you can fix it. And I promise you, if you do that, great things are going to happen to you. You just have to be patient and let it happen. But have a video here that I want to show. It's a 3-minute video, it's not super long, to help illustrate this point of adversity. And this is Denzel Goolsby. He's a football player, Kansas State, I believe. He won the Male Athlete of the Year in this video. He's accepting his award, and he won the award the day after his father passed away and had to give this speech.
I woke up in Manhattan to a lot of missed calls and text messages, and I didn't know what was going on. So I called my sister back, and she said that my dad back here in Wichita had a brain aneurysm in the middle of the night, and that he was on life support, and that I was supposed to come home to say my last words to him. That's a lot to handle, driving back from K-State at 18 years old, thinking of what to say to your dad for the last time, especially being, alone on that drive back. There's very few moments, I think, when I felt so alone in my life, and so I'd like to dedicate this award to him tonight because he's not here today. He passed away yesterday, and he is a big reason why I'm the person I am today. He always pushed me, and I'm a firm believer in work ethic being something that is passed along. And he had the drive to get up every single day and to work hard and never complain. And seeing that is something that I've tried to embody myself and try to take into my own life. And so, thank God for him. Thank God for everything that he's done for me and for passing that on along to me. I was reading something on the internet about the golf balls, and this is going to sound crazy, but just bear with me. And they said that golf balls, when they were originally made, they were completely smooth. And I've never golfed in my life, so don't think that I know what I'm talking about with golf balls. This is just research. So they said that golf balls were made smooth when they very first came out, and as they started hitting them, they became dented. And the golf balls we know today have dimples on them. Well, when they first made it, it was smooth and perfectly round. And as they hit it and continued to hit it, it would get dented, and they kept on hitting the same one. And what they discovered was the more dents that got on the golf ball, the farther the golf ball would go, the smoother it would sail, the longer you would be able to drive it. And so after everything happened yesterday, I thought back to my own self, and at the end of the day, I'm kind of like a golf ball. And anyone who's going through any hardship, a family death, whatever it is, they're kind of like a golf ball because we get dented, and we think that it might be a bad thing, but at the end of the day, that's just God denting us, redesigning us so that we can go farther in life. So at times when you think that, your world's upside down, like it did yesterday, that's for sure, you just have to understand that, God's not throwing you off the side of the mountain for nothing. He's just redesigning you so that you can go farther in life. Thank
Good
you.
video. Coach Vogel, you might have to, testify if that's true or not. I have no idea, but the symmetry is really good, so we went with it. But yeah, so hopefully, you guys will take adversity, more as an obstacle, to get around and get over, not as a roadblock to stop you from doing something. That's the purpose of that video. But in closing, I'd like to say what makes me most proud to be a Cardinal is seeing you guys work hard every day. To see the work you put in on a daily basis as I walk around the Rider Center and see you guys going to practice and getting in your study hall and getting in the weight room and just seeing noticeable improvement when that work is put in. And I remember last year at the SBs, Matt McCoy stood up and he said, don't even know the exact words, but something about, we weren't going to have to worry about the football team, and next year, no one would be making fun of the football team because they were going to turn themselves around, and they did. And that moment right there stuck with me as what athletics is truly about. It's about that process of taking a tough time and diving deep into that process of what it's going to take to be better and doing it as a team. And when adversity struck the football team, they were a team. And they bounced back, and they were together, and they competed And there's nothing that makes me prouder as a Cardinal to see that happen. It's not about the outcomes, it's about the process. And it is taking hold of that football team, and it's taking hold of a lot of the teams in here. And I love seeing it every single day. I love it. So I hope you guys will continue to choose the grind, to choose the process, to choose it every single day, and to let success take hold over you. I'm proud to be a Cardinal. I thank you for your time, and congratulations to all of you athletes out here. Thank you.